What should the routine be of practicing and learning?
Well, I'm going to answer that question with what it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be something that tires you out. It shouldn't be forced. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It shouldn't be a chore. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
It should be as long as your attention span permits. Okay? So it should be where it naturally comes, and that when you're tired or distracted, you have a break. For instance, if somebody says go and practice an hour a day, it doesn't mean you sit there 5 minutes later and expect to be any good at it. It's got to be okay. It's got to be where you go as far as you can with your natural attention span. Then, when you're inspired to do it again and again, it's far better 6 times 10 minutes and achieve something than 1 times 60 minutes and achieve nothing.
Yeah.
Every one of us has got a limited amount of time. So the most important thing is how we use that time. I mean, we're in 2015. Most of us live very stressed lives. Most of us are not doing what we really want to do. Most of us need to do far more than we're actually capable of doing. Permit me to explain. If we could go in the time machine back 100 years, or shortly before the start of World War One here, all right? So 1912. Would the average person then be as stressed as we are now? No. They had bigger families. They had to rely on their gardens to grow enough food to eat. Often it was only dad who went to work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But stress wasn't a well-known illness 100 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, nowadays people live far too busier lives. So practice doing what you're doing. It's not a stress thing. It's going with the proverbial flow. I don't wish to sound too hippie-ish there or something like that. And it's saying, right, I can do 15 minutes. I can do 20 minutes. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
I like to practice first thing in the morning before I teach in the afternoons, or last thing at night. I usually play acoustic or one of my resonators at that time, and late at night when it's sort of late and the children are asleep, out comes the electrics. I plug in the electrics on a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I guess that's my answer. You've got to find what works for you, and you've got to do it naturally, and you've just got to remember that practicing should be substitute. If you've got limited time, then you substitute the word practice for just playing, so
Oh.
it doesn't sound like a chore.
Mm-hmm.